tables turned. Didn't think I'd go this far, but here we are, the end. Now you're just a lesson learned, a slowly fading memory, so I can breathe again. Gain our trust and you chose to break it. Ask for truth, but you only fake it. You thought you said what we had was sacred. It's all lies, all lies. I was broken and isolated, but inside held the fire waiting. Not a word that you say can save this, so don't try, 'cause this time you crossed the line. Looking for a better place, not to stay alone. Gain our trust and you chose to break it. Ask for truth, but you only fake it. Thought you said what we had was sacred. It's all lies, all lies. I was broken and isolated, but inside held the fire waiting. Not a word that you say can save this, so don't try, 'cause this time you crossed the line.
Alright, so welcome back guys to the game and we are back. I guess today also we are going to see some we are just going to witness some things like that over there. And yeah, so again, just like some old days, we will have to just deal with that all chat. But yeah, right now in the game we are back live and the game has already begun. The game number 1 of the day, and this is going to be PUBG Mobile Global Scrims, and the match has already just yet started. So let's see how does this particular game go hand in hand. Right now, talking about the plane path on this map of Erangel, the plane has started from the area of Sosnovka military base and is headed towards that region of Stolberg. So a good plane for each and every team that usually dropped in locations like Sosnovka military base, Novoreb, and successful areas as well. So yeah, let's see how does this particular game go for them. How does this particular game turn out for them. So yeah guys, definitely let me know in the chat section if you're comfortable with the other person speaking in the background. So I'll just switch on the all chat, and then in that way that you will be here to hear some of the at least in-game audio. So just because of all chat I just muted it. But right now the plane has already gone away, and we already talked about the drop locations as well. So let's just look at the drops that the drops that are already being contested right now. The players of STE Fleck, they are in this particular fight with the players of Team Seal. Baron, Zaki, Killa and Ankle are the 4 players playing for this particular team. They do have good gear as well. In the very beginning of the game, the players of Team Seal have been able to find quite good loot for themselves. Baron, he definitely has that Car 98 and a scope to assist him as well. That M4 is going to be very handy in those mid and close range fights as well for this person. So let's see how does Baron try to fight it out against the players of Team STE, and which of the teams is going to come up on top. The plane path and the play zone, they are after a very big time simultaneously forming in same direction. But meanwhile, Johnny just barely surviving the shot over there. Baron just missing that shot, missing that Car 98 hit that he could have got knock onto that opponent team. But right now, repositioning himself, he knows that the players of Team ST, they like to play in these small groups, as we have seen earlier as well. The players of ST, they just hold on together. Try to make those 1v1 fights into a 1v2. Just try to engage 2 players at the same time, so that even if one of the players gets knocked, he is instantly there and then and there traded away. So the damage gets a little bit reduced, I must say. But yeah, the players of Team ST, they usually make it happen for themselves. Talking about Renda, he does have that DP28 and M4 for him, but the thing of concern is going to be that level 1 helmet. Level 1 helmet, it definitely protects you from some kind of damage, but mind it, not all. It is just a consolation prize on your head that yeah, you do have an helmet, but it doesn't do much of the things. It will protect you from getting one shot headshot, but for sure that AKM bullet, it is just going to penetrate right through that helmet. So Trenda, he has to be very careful about what he does next. Blade, he has a UMP 45 and an M4 in his hands. So right now just using these two weapons, with perfection, and trying to just scout area, get some info, and relay to his team. Talking about Alishba, okay, not sure if I pronounce the name correct. This player, he is looking at a good state, does have that medkit for him, so even if he gets stacked up a bit, can go to 100% HP within those 10 seconds, and has that barrel as well, so close range encounters are going to be a paradise for this player. So let's see how does Alishba try to get into those close quarters. Johnny, Scarel and M4, a typical support player for Team ST Flex, and just looting in for now these C buildings, and as soon as the loot gets completed, I for sure would love to see their rotations. Where do they try to rotate? How well do they mix up their rotations? This is going to be a pretty interesting thing, because the players of Team Seal, it is looking like that they are trying to surround the players of Team ST. But Zaki, I think he might be good for two as well, but then eventually if he just overcommits, he is going to get traded out, or might just get pushed as soon as the players of Team ST realize that he is the person, he is alone in the area as well. He is getting some cover fire from his teammates, but it is going to be pretty important to see will that cover fire matter or not. Zaki meanwhile just pushing it. He has that Scarlet, he has that DBS, and let's see how does he utilize these weapons. The player is pushing it. Zaki going quite confident over there. Spots down Blade. Will the spray come in? The spray definitely does. The damage has been dealt, almost a knock, just choking on the last few bullets. Otherwise we might have seen a knock onto Blade, and utilizing this thing as well. The flank from the players of Team Seal might just also come into play. Killa might now be able to go for that flank quite wholeheartedly, and be very aware of the player's position. So let's see how does Killa manage to make the most of this situation. He is definitely going out for that flank. Blade, he has also been tagged a bit now, but he has been able to use that vehicle to rotate to safety. His level 2 helmet, it is just fully busted off, but now he will be able to provide that cover fire from a bit of a good angle. So let's see how does Blaze, how does he try to go for that cover fire for his team. And specifically, I for sure would love to see the flank coming in from Killa. He might just be able to decimate the whole team of ST if they are caught out in the open, but they are just covering themselves up in those C buildings, and Blade is responsible for the cover fire. So even if the Killer, he might just get a knock or two, but instantly is going to get traded sometime soon by Blade. So I don't think so this is going to be a very wholehearted flank from Killer. Spot down Blade. Okay, this can be a bit interesting. If Blade goes down, the players of ST, they are going to be vulnerable from each and every position, but he finally falls back, goes behind a tree, and is no longer visible to Killa, but he definitely spots him down yet again. Blade, unknowingly, he is moving towards Killa, so this might just be an open kill for this particular player. If Blade decides to just get away from this location, he might just be sitting ducks for Killa, but he, I guess, will be able to make it inside the C building without getting any kind of damage on himself. And Killa just beautifully holding that trigger, not just shooting out all wildly and trying to get that knock onto Blade while revealing your location. So this is a good thing from the players of Team Seal as well. They are slowly and steadily moving in, but now Blade, he is just going to be a very easy target for Killa if he decides to go for the shoots, but he is still holding his horses, he is just still holding his angle. And yet again Blade using that buggy to its full advantage. Killa, he just made those shots, and now the players of Team STE, they know the exact location of this player, and the players of Team Seal, they have to be very cautious on how they move now, because they are not inside the play zone. The first play zone doesn't do a lot of damage, but it definitely forces you to use your medicines. But right now Johnny, he is getting pushed by the remaining players of Team Seal. They have been able to create a good I must say distraction in the form of one of their players. But now the job comes to these three guys. They have to get those entry flags. Meanwhile, the players of 7C, they get a knock on to T2K. Rated Sir goes down completely as well. Meanwhile, blah goes down from 7C. Smokey. So the fights have started in different directions in different places as well. But right now, this area of Sosnovka military base, this is the point of interest Both of the teams, they have to move inside the play zone. Blade, he does have a very crucial job right now to get that knock onto the player of Team Sealed. But meanwhile, 7C, they are now also facing the wrath of the players of Team T2K. T2K, they are coming in quite hard. They are retaliating quite hard. So let's see how do the players of Team 7C react to that. Rig and Smokey V2, these are the two players standing with the players of T2K. They are very much angry with the thing that was done by the players of 7C, and they are going to get punished for that. Blah blah blah. Confirms one kill, gets another knock onto Rig, and it is all down to Smokey, who is just getting surrounded by the players of Team T2K. Blah blah blah. Utsarga, Jane, all of the three players, they are just going to be focused upon this particular vehicle, and Jane instantly uses his Dacia, has decided to flank onto the players of remaining players of Team 7C, and let's see how the players of 7C react to it. But meanwhile, GRXHV, the third party, this game, it just never ceases to surprise me. Rick might be thinking, I'm a bit I might just be able to get into the game back, but the players of Team GRXHV, they had some other things on their mind. Random shot through the smoke, connecting onto the belly of the players of 7C, and henceforth eliminating them completely out of the competition. Although the players of T2K, they are going to be very satisfied with this as well. They did get those 2 kills, were able to get a knock onto another player of 7C, but he just got that revival and got capitalized upon by the players of Team GRXHV. So yeah, T2K, they have to still be very considerable about the fact that the players of Team GRXHV are also in the very nearby areas, very nearby positions. So let's see how do these players, they try to get some kills for themselves and just hold their positions inside the play zone as long as possible. So meanwhile, the ST, they finally engage into that fight. One of the players of Team Seal, he has been completely taken down. Ankle, he manages to find a vehicle from somewhere on the map, gets that buggy, might be able to rotate inside the play zone, is not looking very good on the number of heals that he has. Killer, he is also not in a very good situation. He has only those 6 bandages to apply for himself, but the players of ST, they are going down again and again by the play zone. The medics on their part is also not looking quite good. Meanwhile, Satan gets a knock, manages to get a knock onto the player of T2K, and the push has already begun. Jane, he is responsible for that revival, but will he be able to convert that particular revival in time or not is going to be the question. The flank has already arrived right now. HV Kuni, he is already in this position, but has been pinned down by one of the players of T2K. Blah blah blah. He managed to get himself a good higher ground to just cover his team from these particular pushes, and manages to get a knock onto Kuni as well. Havoc, he also has been spotted. The sprays are coming in. Blah blah blah. He does not have any scope to work with, just that Mira red dot, and he is making it happen. Has managed to get a knock onto Kuni and might just be able to confirm that kill as well. The sprays continue. Kuni is pretty low on HP, and Havoc, he is also taking some shots over there, but blah blah blah. He manages to get that kill confirmation onto Kuni, but doesn't stop there. Havoc is also getting targeted by blah blah blah. Utsarga manages to get in front as well. Jane goes for that knock onto Havoc. GRXHV, they were on top, but the ties have been turned by the players of T2K, and they are now very much available in the game. Although Satan, he spots down Jane, will not be able to get that knock. It is going to be a very long distance burst spray to hit for his team, for himself. And Cloud, the players of GRXHV, they are just wondering what went wrong in that particular region. They had all the things that they needed. The numbers advantage, 2v4 fight for them. The flank comes in, but both of the players, they just get completely obliterated out of the map and get eliminated as well. So yeah, some things, it definitely went bad for the players of GRXHV. But talking about the players of T2K, they just read the situation quite perfectly. That flank from blah blah blah, it not the flank, but holding that higher ground for his team, it was all the difference that it made in them getting eliminated and them getting those 2 kills for themselves. So yeah, blah 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 coming up huge, getting those 2 kills for his team. Just 1 kill for the second kill for his team that was confirmed by Jane, was also the masterpiece from blah blah blah. The sprays were quite accurate, the shots were quite good. Get T2K blah blah blah, he gets that knock and now is in the driver's seat. The players of T2K, they definitely may be low, but still are not out of the competition. Playing with 3 players. Rated Sir has been taken down, but still Jane, blah blah blah, and Utsarga, all of these 3 guys are still remaining. Meanwhile, talking about the players of Team XB, we do have Leo, Gyrox and Ozak. All of the 3 players are still very much alive. Just playing with 3 surprises me a bit in the scrims. So right now, just trying to take a skirmish with the players of Team A1 Esports. The players of A1, Sinister, 6ix9ine Boys, Shoykot and RX Jax. These are the players of Team A1 Esports that are playing this particular game. If they manage to get a knock onto Ozark, it is going to be pretty interesting. Ozark getting tapped out of his head over there. Sinister manages to get a body shot, but that's it for Sinister. Was not able to convert any of that into any more damage that he could or into a knock. But again, the players of T2K, they come up on top. FS, GSM, Kapshi has been taken down by the Evil Eye and Tamim are the last three guys remaining. And Kapshi, nowhere near to getting that revival, was caught off guard while rotating. And T2K, they are just going to punish you as fast as possible and as brilliantly as possible. And they do get one more kill to their name. So T2K, with that was the 5th kill on board for them. And the players of FSGSM, they are just going to be now in a bit of a splurry to get away from this area, just get away from this position. And Tamimi Badrev using their vehicle to do the same. 400 meters inside the next play zone. It is going to be a little bit difficult with the players of Team T2K just spraying upon them like that. Badrev and Tamim, both of the players pretty low on HP, but one of the players, Evil Eye, manages to get a knock onto another player, on some other opponent. Is trying to confirm that kill, hasn't been able to do so, but the sprays are still continuing in. Meanwhile, the players of Team R3D are in a bit of tussle with the players of Team PN. Killer, he is the sole person who is just inside this area, but now the backup has arrived. The cavalry has arrived for the players of PN. Killer, he is very much ready. He has been able to take down Shaw, but still the players of R3D, they are very much in the game. Joker has been completely picked off, but Edgar and Walker are still present, and Edgar, he manages to get an A, confirms the kill onto Killer, and confirming that that pressure that was being made by the players of Team PN for themselves. But right now, Edgar, he is still following up with those nades. The players of PN, they are going down one by one. Okay, not the confirmation hadn't been confirmed. The revival is going to come in from Sandesh. But this nade was just beautiful. This was just beautifully placed by Walker. Just went in near their legs and it just bursted down, getting Sandesh, confirming the kill onto Killer. And Legend is all that is left of the players of Team PN. Legend, he tries to take that 1v1. He gets that knock onto Edgar as well. But now he is the lone guy surviving in this particular area. Legend, he gets taken down by Shot. The jump shot is good. The jump shot manages to get that knock as well. And now Sek is the last solo person surviving, who is in another fight with the players of Team IN ESPORTS. So PN not in a very good situation, weren't able to capitalize onto any of those fights over there. And as Savik finally gets confirmed completely by XB Leo. Alpha Rahman gets a knock on to Avon Esports. RX Jax in a bit of trouble as well. F4 Destroyer, he is also charging in over there. Salu IT has been confirmed. Avon Esports X9 boy manages to get a knock. Okay, no knock. I didn't know why I just sputtered over there. But yeah, F4 destroy the players of Team F4. They effortlessly eliminate the whole squad right in front of them, get those kills for themselves against the players of Even Esports. And now they are looking forward for some more 3 kills to their name. None of the players getting knocked, none of the players getting completely out of the game. But meanwhile, this team, all eyes are going to be on them. The players of Team Zeus, Unduck, Leo, Zeol, Godless. These 4 players, they have come to a surprise to all the international teams present out there. Ending 3rd on PMPL, not a small feat to achieve, but now let's see, will they be able to continue their legacy. For now, they would be definitely trying some new things out in the scrim, new strategies, new some things. But Godless just utilizing those smokes, trying to go for that loot as he can against the players of Team INES. 2 of the players, they are just right in front of them. They just have to see it over there. Gajor and Newt, these are the 2 players surviving in this particular area. Salu and Clutch, both of them have been taken down. So INES not in a very comfortable situation, but with 11 teams still alive, they seem to be doing a decent job. But now the play zone has shifted yet again towards that southern area. All of the Lipovka is already inside the zone, and the western side, the Western Hill, is very much inside the play zone as well. So let's see F4, how do they manage to get themselves inside the play zone. Meanwhile, FSGSM, Badrev, he gets taken down by distance DB28 burst that comes their way. Badrev wasn't able to dodge it, or I guess might be unaware of the player's location. Has been knocked, but the revival might just come in. No troubles at all in that revival for themselves. So right now, Badrev getting that revival from Evil Eye. The revival might just get started anytime soon, but will the players of P2 just burst down that buggy and get that kill? Jane not looking to do so. Evil Eye has been able to get that revival onto Badrev, but meanwhile Seal 9 Spooky, he is just making a spooky rotation using that buggy over there. Meanwhile F4's Destroyer gets taken down by the player of XB, but those knocks are just not worth the time, worth the while. They are just knocks, won't be able to get those confirmations for themselves. The players of XB, they are very much distant from that particular area where they shot. But right now, just using the verticality that he has on these houses, manages to get a confirmation onto Tammi as well. So blah blah blah, just the kill stealer. He does his job pretty well and gets those kills for his team, gets those crucial points in the middle stages of the game. When if you don't have to rotate, you can just get those kill points for all to yourself. Meanwhile, another play zone shift comes towards that southern side yet again, and this time most of the teams were prepared. Some teams like R3D and INES, they do have to rotate inside the play zone, but that shouldn't be a matter of concern for them right now. Evil Eye, Badrev, these are the two players playing for team number 19 FSGSM. One of the players is definitely in the shack. I for sure would love to see where the second player Badrev is all out in the open. Was trying to nade out the players of Team Zeus, but they are well away from that nading range. They managed to get a compound inside the city of Lipovka where they think the next play zone is going to be, but it is going to be definitely a tricky call. So definitely let me know in the chat section, guys, where do you think the next play zone is going to be? Because this is an interesting game. These are some of the areas where the play zones, they rarely happen, but when they do, it is a very interesting game to see. Meanwhile, R3D Walker manages to get a knock on to Khan. Khan will be completely taken down as well. So Walker confirming that kill, but again the play zone, it goes wildly towards that western part of the map, and now the players of FSGSM, they have that advantage. They are in the center of the zone unknowingly, unwantingly, but now that is all that they have. The players of T2K, they do have to move odd 60 meters inside, but that shouldn't be a matter of concern with the vehicles that they have, with the amount of information that they have, and the ground right in front of them is all open, so they do know that they might just not get pinched from anywhere anytime soon. So T2K, they are looking quite comfortable unless the players of Team FSGSM, they manage to get some brilliant knocks for themselves. But Evil Eye is getting pinched, getting shot in the back, so instantly decides to go inside that shack that he has and heal himself up completely. Zedan also getting some damage dealt upon himself. But meanwhile, T2K Jane manages to knock out the player of Team GRXHU. Alpha Rahman gets a kill confirmation onto Badrev. Zyol XB Dark gets taken down because of that guy Zyol. I don't know from where did he manage to get that knock, but the DB28 is definitely coming in handy for Zyol. The damage has been dealt onto the players of XB. They are continuously getting chipped away by this particular player. But Zeus, they still have to move inside the play zone. Getting inside the play zone is going to be the most tricky part for this particular team because they don't have information about each and every angle. But meanwhile, Gyrox, he gets taken down by a Molotov that was thrown by the player of Team F4. So getting this third party over there, S9 Monkey also just put those Hail Mary shots inside the smoke. Manages to get a knock onto Ozak as well. But Leo manages to get a revival onto Gyrox. Gyrox would be responsible for that revival onto Ozak, I think, and the cycle is just going to continue until and unless we do find the players or do find the players of that particular team trying to rotate inside the play zone. But meanwhile, Trenda had been taken down, but Alishba, he is going for that revival. Baron, he has been spotted down anytime soon. Baron might just get taken down. He indeed gets taken down by his teammate Blade, and Blade, he confirms that kill for his team as well. Meanwhile, the players of Zeus, that go for that 2v2 split, trying to move inside the play zone, have been able to successfully do so. Andak and Godless, both of the players have been able to move inside the play zone. So let's see Zeus, how do they continue to do so? Will the players of Team Zeus, the remaining players of Team Zeus, be successfully able to move inside the play zone? It is not looking very likely for Zeol, and Zeol gets taken down on the edge of the play zone by that M4 from Blade, and the kill hasn't been confirmed as of now. The smokes are coming in. If they do pop, but they do not. Zeol's kill has been confirmed. The smokes a little bit delayed, I must say. But meanwhile, Shaw going for those low toss nades. He is trying to clear out the close proximity against the players of XB, and these nades are going to come in handy. Gyrox goes down. Ozak is pretty low. With that nade, Leo is also just surviving on 10 HP, and Shaw, he decides to push in, and that decision might just be correct. He might be able to get another knock onto the player of Team XB, but he is going in the wrong direction. Leo, he has also healed himself up completely. The nade from Spooky confirms a kill onto R3D Edgar. One more kill from Shaw has been confirmed, but he finally gets shut down by XB's Ozark, and down to the last 8 teams. This is turning out to be a pretty interesting match after all. The players of Alpha 7, they are also trying to take those shots. Rahman going for that spray, most probably did not connect, because of which we did not see something in the kill feed. Inky, meanwhile, gets a kill confirmation onto Leo, knocks him down, completely eliminates him out of the game as well. Meanwhile, Ozark, with again in that fight with the players of Team Zeus, the nades are coming in from the players of Zeus. This nade is just going to be with sheer perfection, and Ozark, he is just going to get blasted. Those nades, the way that they came out of the sky, that was just amazingly well placed by the players of Team Zeus, getting themselves in the top 6 position. Meanwhile, Utsarga, oh my god, trying to rotate, getting that kill. Jade on the other hand gets punished by Destroyer, although, but GRXHV meanwhile they also have been completely eliminated out of this game. T2K not in a very good position. Utsarga going for that heal battle. He does have those 10 first aids. Messes up the timing and will be eliminated in the 5th possible position. Switching on to the players of F4, they are now looking pretty confident. Spots down the player of team S9, but from behind, Destroyer, his team is just getting some knocks onto the players of team ST, and ST Trenda, he is just going to be the last guy remaining, trying to spam the hell out of team Alpha, number 14, 17, not 14, but 17 player. But Inki, he manages to get a knock on to Zedan over there. So F4, they do have to stop in their steps. Rahman, he cannot any further push onto the players of team ST, because if the players of S9 they push, and they definitely do, they get those kills confirmed as well. And Rahman is the last guy remaining who decides to just step up. But the players of S9, the players of SEAL9, they are ready to punish and get those 4 kills to their names as well. S9 with those 6 kills in the top 2 positions. 4v3. This scenario we have seen many a times falling for the team with 4 players, but will the players of team SEAL9 be able to seal the deal with 3 more kills to their name? Only time will tell. Anka, he is going for those nades. Spooky, he is also just trying to spot any of the players of teams used down, but on the part of teams used, they are well split. They do have the play zone all to themselves as well, so multiple angles the players of teams use, they can cover for themselves. So S9, they have to be very careful. They have to be very quick on the trigger to take those trades in case their players get knocked. Otherwise, there should be a walk in the park for the players of team SEAL9. Anka being the person responsible for moving inside the play zone first. Spooky just behind him. With Inki, Anka will try to just go for those straight knocks, but meanwhile Leos, he managed to get a knock. Anka, he has been spotted down. Random shots are coming in through the smoke from Andak. All of the players of teams use, they are just spraying the hell out of the players of team S9. 2 of the players are pretty low. Anka and Inki, both of the players have been taken down by quite a bit of HP, but the smokes too, they do pop in time. The nades just to shut down the players of teams use are also doing their job well. Andak has been just forced to fall back. He is now responsible for healing himself up. Meanwhile, the player of team S9 will be able to revive Spooky, and it is again going to be a 4v3 encounter between the players of team S9 and the players of Zeus. But the nade from Anka, it was pretty good. Now the players of team SEAL9, they do know that there are just 2 guys remaining right in front of them, but Zeus Godless manages to get a knock on to Monkey. The players of team Zeus, they still haven't given up right now. Leos, he is still trying to take those random shots through the smokes, and he has been able to deal a lot of damage. But now, will he go for that revival? He definitely does. But the players of SEAL9, they are pushing in. Have they spotted Leo? They definitely haven't. But now, the last guy remaining for Zeus, it is going to be the last guy remaining in the whole match as well, and he gets taken down as well. Team S9, they convert this game, which was looking like a very difficult one for them, into a good chicken dinner. But I guess you guys weren't able to witness it just because of a very small glitch. I'm so sorry for that, guys. But yeah, the players of Team S9, they definitely got that winner chicken dinner all to themselves with those 9 kills to their name. And they did a pretty fantastic job in that, although it was a little bit of a tricky ending. But it finally just comes to an end, and that was it for the first game, ladies and gentlemen. The players of Team S9, they get that chicken dinner with the 9 kills. Rest of the standings are right in front of you guys. But yeah, this was the very first game of the day. As I said, 3 more games are yet to come to your way, guys. So do not forget to hit that like button. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button as well if you're enjoying anything. I do know that there was no in-game sound in this particular one, but I will make sure that the whole mic in the next game stays off by asking the management to do so. But yeah, guys, that was it for now. We'll meet you after a very short break. Till then, I'll just be right back.
Fallen one too many times, feeling like it never ends. Back again, square one. Tried to leave myself behind, looking for a better place, not to stay alone. Gain our trust and you chose to break it. Ask for truth but you only fake it. Thought you said what we had was sacred. It's all lies, all lies. I was broken and isolated, but inside held the fire waiting. Not a word that you say can save this, so don't try, 'cause this time you crossed the line. a better place, not to stay alone. Gain our trust and you chose to break it. Ask for truth but you only fake it. Thought you said what we had was sacred. It's all lies, all lies. I was broken and isolated, but inside held the fire waiting. Not a word that you say can save us, so don't try, 'cause this time you crossed the line. Turned. Didn't think I'd go this far, but here we are, the end. Now you're just a lesson learned, a slowly fading memory, so I can breathe again. Gain our trust and you chose to break it. Ask for truth but you only fake it. Thought you said what we had was sacred. It's all lies, all lies. I was broken and isolated, but inside held the fire waiting. Not a word that you say can save us, so don't try, 'cause this time you crossed the line. This time you crossed the line. Not to stay alone. Gain our trust and you chose to break it. Ask for truth but you only fake it. Thought you said what we had was sacred. It's all lies, all lies. I was broken and isolated, but inside held the fire waiting. Not a word that you say can save us, so don't try, 'cause this time you crossed the line. Turned. Didn't think I'd go this far, but here we are, the end. Now you're just a lesson learned, a slowly fading memory, so I can breathe again. Gain our trust and you chose to break it. Ask for truth but you only fake it. Thought you said what we had was sacred. It's all lies, all lies. I was broken and isolated, but inside held the fire waiting. Not a word that you say can save us, so don't try, 'cause this time you crossed the line. This time you crossed the line. This tables turned. Didn't think I'd go this far, but here we are, the end. Now you're just a lesson learned, a slowly fading memory, so I can breathe again. Gain our trust and you chose to break it. Ask for truth, but you only fake it. Thought you said what we had was sacred. It's all lies, all lies. I was broken and isolated, but inside held the fire waiting. Not a word that you say can save this, so don't cry, 'cause this time you crossed the line. This time you crossed the line. Behind, looking for a better place, not to stay alone. Gain our trust and you chose to break it. Ask for truth, but you only fake it. Thought you said what we had was sacred. It's all lies, all lies. I was broken and isolated, but inside held the fire waiting. Not a word that you say can save this, so don't try, 'cause this time you crossed the line. Turned. Didn't think I'd go this far, but here we are, the end. Now you're just a lesson learned, a slowly fading memory, so I can breathe again. Gain our trust and you chose to break it. Ask for truth, but you only fake it. Thought you said what we had was sacred. It's all lies, all lies. I was broken and isolated, but inside held the fire waiting. Not a word that you say can save this, so don't cry, 'cause this time you crossed it.
Alright, so welcome back guys to the second game of the day, and as promised we are back live, and this time with the internal audio as well. So yeah, game number 2 of this day has already begun. As you can see on your screens, we are back with all the 48 players alive in a match, and let's see how does this particular game end, in basically which of the teams favors. So the 58 players that are playing are right on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. Should have been a 60-man lobby, but the players of GRXHV and the players of Team R3 decided that we are having a pretty good day and we can just win this game with 3 players itself, and they are just playing this particular game with 3 players. So do have a look on the teams that are playing in this particular one, and definitely let me know in the chat sections down below that which team you are going to support. So yeah, within the next 5 seconds the game has just started to begin, and there we go. The plane path is going to be right on our screen. The plane path definitely starts from El Azhar, a good area for the plane path to start from, and will be ending all the way towards that El Pozo region. So a good plane for all the northern teams that usually dropped in the areas like Campo Militar, Torre Ahmada, or they wanted to drop in these area, but they had to just choose a different one just because this map is a pretty huge map, and you have to have at least 3 to 4 drop locations respecting each and every plane line that is possible. So for now, the northern teams and the teams that usually dropped in the middle of the map like Pecado, La Bendita, Menace, Generalist, even until Impala, the players, they can definitely glide their way out of this out to these regions. And let's see how do they manage to do that Zeus, these players they are dropping in this very city of LSR, and they will not be challenged at all. So this is going to be a free area for them, free loot for them to just take on. Meanwhile, some small cities like Cruzeval, it is going to expect a good number of players for them. R3D and the players of team STE Flex, both of the teams are just going to drop in this particular area. Sure, being tailed by Trinda, and Trinda is looking to just drop. Okay, not in the mouth, but finally decides to get away from that location. Goes inside the warehouse, and he definitely finds some good weapons for him as well. So these Spectres and the Uzi, and a level 3 vest for you in the very beginning of the game is going to be a pretty good thing if you are able to just push it onto the players of team R3D. Meanwhile, Johnny being pretty much away from his teammates and quite close to the players of team R3D, it might just be a little bit of uncomfortable for him, and Johnny instantly hears those footsteps and decides to just fall back from this area. Knows that he has to take that fight with his team and not all alone. So Johnny will be just falling back and will try to loot his way, loot for himself, try to get those helmet on, try to get some weapon that he can definitely fire upon in the very close range. When it comes to that, the burst is not going to be very much handy for you. So yeah, let's see Johnny, how does he manage to get some loot. He does find an Uzi, so this is going to be an interesting fight to watch. But meanwhile, something more interesting is going to be this duel between this particular player. Blah blah blah. He does not have any kind of weapon, and this is not going to be a duel. It is a 1v2 situation. But blah 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 manages to find an SKS. This can be a very game-changing weapon if you deliver the shots right in the head. Entry. He does have that weapons advantage, and he finally goes for that push. Blah blah blah. He's just going to take that TPP. He's just going to be very much aware of the player's position, but gets taken down by Entry. He just waited a bit too long, and blah blah blah. He instantly gets punished because of that, and the players of team A1 Esports, they come up on top, get that kill for themselves, and now are very much still in the game. Meanwhile, Trinda manages to get that knock, so the opening knock has been achieved in this area of in this area of Cruz. They well, 3D Walker counter knocks Alishba over there, but the players of ST, they are not completely out right now. The revivals are going to come into play. They haven't been able to just deny Alishba that revival. So Johnny is being the person who is responsible for that revival. Blade gets that knock onto Walker as well. Walker very much unaware of the player's position, and Blades catches him off guard, gets that knock, and the confirmation is also going to come very soon. So Edgar in all of this ruckus is going to be the last guy standing. Has that M4, has that barrel, but I don't think so. These two weapons are going to be good enough for you to take down 4 of the players of team ST Flex before you just try to rotate inside the next play zone, because the first play zone, it is going to be in their favor obviously. And the play zone, talking about it, it has gone a bit north, but before that, T2K, they went in for the revenge, I guess, and now have been slayed by the players of team A1 Esports yet again. Rated Sir is the last guy remaining, has that Scarrel and SKS, and he is also looking for vengeance. He is also just, okay, as soon as I said vengeance, he just fell back, and now is trying to go for the position points and as many position points as possible. So T2K, not off to a very good start, not off to a very brilliant start. And meanwhile, R3 Edgar is just getting surrounded slowly and steadily by the players of team ST Flex, and ST Flex, they might just be able to confirm that kill anytime soon. Meanwhile, T2K, Rated Sir, he is still very much near to the players of team A1 Esports. So A1 Esports 1952. So Sharp X, he spots him down. Rated Sir is being sprayed upon. Entry has to use his vehicle to get nearby, but Sharp X will be the person who will put the final nail in the coffin for the players of team T2K. And just like that, T2K, they have been completely eliminated out of this game. So not a very good thing for the players of team T2K, especially for their morale. The last game was also a tedious one for them, not a top 3 finish at all, and this game also getting eliminated in the very 15th position, getting one of the players, he got caught off guard, but I think so the rest two went in for vengeance, got taken down, and now are down by multiple points right now. I think so they were not even able to get any point down for themselves. But meanwhile, ST Alishba had been taken down with the nade from his teammate, covering quite brilliantly, and R3D just like that, they also get completely eliminated out of the game. Meanwhile, PN have Sex, Sandesh, Legend, and Killer Whitey. These are the players that are playing this particular game right now, and Legend just scoping random angles, hoping that the player peeks him. and he gets a free kill for his team. But meanwhile, the players of Team Seal in the region between Graveyard and Pecado trying to steal some vehicles off the road for themselves and use them for their quick rotations. All of the teams, they are slowly and steadily rotating inside the play zone, so there is nothing much to tell about. Miramar, a little bit boring initial stages, a little bit boring middle stages. But the last fights, the fights that come from after the 5th and 6th play zone, they are very much interesting to see, because the use of ridges, the use of those vehicles as cover for yourself, it is just pretty amazing to see. CNE meanwhile, Manish, he had spotted down one of the players of Team Seal rotating, trying to catch him off guard, trying to spray him down. They weren't able to do so. Now Snipe is also going to attempt the same. I guess the fate is going to be the same for him as well. Killa, he has been spotted, he's being sprayed upon as well. 1 or 2 odd bullets they do connect onto that player. Weren't enough for that knock, and the players of Team Seal, they are just going to easily rotate towards any area that they particularly want. So Snipe won't be able to do any kind of damage anymore. The players of Team Seal, they are just very quick with their rotations and will rotate wherever they like to. FSGSM in this region of El Pozo, Evil Eye, Kapshi, Machine, Badrev, all of the 4 players from FSGSM are very much in the game, and they do have good loot for themselves as well. Evil Eye, he has that level 3 kit for him, except for the bag. If he would have, it would be a full level 3 kit indeed. But talking about the healings, he does have those 2 first aids, 10 bandages, 1 energy drink, and I guess 3 painkillers. Not sure about the number just because of that iPhone glitch. Not glitch, but the button that we do have. Machine, he also has some good medics, has that level 3 bag, so a plus point for him. But the rest of the things are going to be level 2 helmet and level 2 vest for him, that barrel and that M4 all to himself. Badrev, good on meds, then just lacking a level 3 helmet in terms of kit, and the weapons, actually we cannot see those weapons. And Kapshi just driving a busted down vehicle. It is going to be pretty interesting to see as to when will he change this particular vehicle, and when will he change that particular weapon that he is carrying on his back, that micro Uzi, because it definitely is very much devastating in the close range. But Miramar is not known for the close range fights, it is known for the medium and long range fights that we do see. So let's see FSGSM, how do they just upgrade their loot, and first of all upgrade their vehicles, that they definitely do. And now the team, they are going to rotate inside the play zone in the area of Los Leones. We do have the players of Team A1 Esports looting up for themselves Mini 14 and an ACAM, an absurd combination coming in from Shoykot. But if he is able to make it work, it is good for him. So yeah, he has that M4, he has that Mini 14. The weapons are quite good to do the job. Had an ACAM beforehand, just clarifying my statement. So yeah, A1 Esports Shoykot, and just finds that M4, finds the rhythm, might have a bit of ammo as well, but he is lacking severely on the number of boosts that he has. He has to move inside the play zone as well. RXX, he has a Scarl, he has a Mini 14. But these 2 weapons are going to be quite enough to take those fights. But we do see a cluster forming towards the center of the play zone, and the players of Team Seal have been able to get one of the kills onto the players of Team XB as well with that golden Mirado. We do see Gyrox, but one of his teammate Dominic, I guess the result is the same. In the previous game, Dominic did not even play, and this game he has been taken out pretty early, so he cannot contribute to any of the team fight that the players of Team XB take. So now there's the moral support coming in from Dominic for Team XB. But yeah, the play zone again shifts a bit towards that eastern side, going to be a pretty interesting shift as well. The shots are coming in from different direction. The tap shot from the players of Team CNE onto the players of Team Seal. Zaki, he is pretty low on HP, and Xbilio, he manages to get that knock, and Zaki is far away from safety. He is far away from his teammates, so Baron, he has to go for that revival. But until unless the players of Team P and the different teams, the different players, until unless they do stop shooting, the revival is looking almost impossible. Killer has also been spotted down by Killer. The shots are not good. This weapon is not for the long range as well. So let's see how the players of Team PN play in this particular one. Killer, he is trying to make some things happen. The revival onto the player of Team Seal is also coming into play as well. But Killer, he is just getting shot from 2 different angles. Legends manages another knock onto Killer as well. Seal not in a very good position. The smokes have to come in handy. With the players of XB, they are also looking to make the most out of the situation. Killer gets confirmed by CNE Praveen. The 4th team that was not even in the picture before this particular kill has also entered the fight. have been able to confirm that kill onto the player of Team Seal, and just like that, in an instant, the players of Team Seal, they are down by 2 players. So Baron and Ankle might be thinking, what the hell has happened over here? And where how did our 2 players just get eliminated out of this game pretty early? Meanwhile, S9 Spooky, the smokes are coming in for his revival, for his successful revival, I must say. Monkey, he has to be very fast in this particular revival, but he wasn't. So an Evil Eye will be able to confirm that kill for his team as well. Meanwhile, another knock coming into play for the players of Team Seal. They are looking on they are just hanging by a thread basically. And Legend, he is making sure to cut it completely out. Seal Baron is the last guy remaining. He is on this barren land, stuck between 2 different teams. From the one from right in front of him, he does have the players of Team XB, and just behind him, the players of PN are looking to confirm his kill for his team. PN, this was the first kill that they have right now, and they are looking to get some more on board for themselves. Just 1 kill to their name. Fully boosted, we do have Legend right in front of us. FSGSM, they managed to eliminate the whole squad of Team S9 just based on not reviving one of their players. So FSGSM, they come up on top, and with those 4 kills are looking quite sharp in this game as well. The last game, I guess they ended on the 2nd position if I'm not wrong, but in this particular game, they for sure would be targeting that winner chicken dinner all to themselves. Ozak, I guess is not aware of the player's location who is quite near to him, so that is also going to be a matter of concern for the player of Team XB. Ozak, he is continuously scoping upon those mountains, upon those hills, just trying to spot any of the players, trying to spot any of the teams down. But meanwhile, PN, Killer Whitey, Sandesh, Legend, and Avasek, these are the 4 players playing for this particular team right now. Seal Baron gets a knock onto XB Ozak, and Ozak now has to be calling out for help, calling out for his teammates, because Leo and Gyrox, they are pretty much far away. So Baron trying to hit that M24 headshot onto the player of Team XB, hasn't been able to do so. The 8x M24 is not helping him at all, because the players of Team XB, they haven't peaked that angle, and as soon as they do, they deal quite a bit of damage onto Baron. But Baron on the other hand gets completely eliminated by the player of Team PN. Sandesh, he will be the person who will be responsible for that guy's death, and now the 3rd play zone is also shrinking in as well. So yeah, the boring Miramar map slowly and steadily picking up the pace in the number of fights. Ozak, he has to get that revival. XB, they already have lost Dominic, might not want to lose one more guy just to random player that has already been eliminated as well. Gyrox has been able to move towards safety, and Ozak being in that ridge will help him to get that not that easy and a successful revival, because PN Legend, this guy somehow manages to get that kill confirmed onto the player of Team XB. Ozak gets completely eliminated. Now the nades from Gyrox, these nades quite be pretty interesting, but the player of Team PN, they are too good to just not dodge these ones. Legend, meanwhile, PN, they get 3rd partied, and they have lost another player as well. I was saying, he is successfully dodging those nades from XB's player, but hasn't taken even a single bit of damage, and he will continue to do so as well. But Gyrox, I don't know how many nades this guy has. His teammate is pretty far away from him to give any kind of support. INES Gujar, meanwhile, Gajor, meanwhile, gets a knock using that M24 for his team. So another good knock coming into play in some other direction, in some other part of the map. But right now, XB, they should fall back, and that is going to be the same call to make. Even esports, meanwhile, in this I must say a compound that is near that city of Hacienda del Petron, just camping it out, just holding their angles for as long as possible unless the zone forces them out. So yeah, let's see. Talking about the chat section, Raza Abbas, LPC Nepal, do let me know the teams that you are supporting, Raza bhai, because LPC does not ring any bells for me. रिक्रूटमेंट कब होगा रल्फू भाई? क्या भाई क्या ही बातें चल रही है। रल्फू हार्ट के साथ डेथ नोट पे फिर से नाम लिख दूँ ब्रो, हैशटैग एंड पूरी, ठीक है। बात कर रहे हैं लोग चैट सेक्शन में आपस में, दैट इज क्वाइट गुड टू सी। But yeah, FSGSM, they have to be very careful with the rotations, because the vehicles that they are using are pretty much busted previously before they have started to rotate. I guess just slamming them into the walls have done quite a bit of damage on those vehicles, so the rotations are going to be a bit tricky. But meanwhile, ST Flex just is laying and just is sleeping in this particular house, hasn't been able to get enough sleep in the nights, and is just sleeping in during the scrims. I guess is Blade holding his angle, not peeking any of the windows and just trying to not give any kind of sound to any kind of opponent, I guess. The players of PN, Killer YT, Sandesh, these are the two guys remaining, just using two different vehicles, trying to rotate one of the vehicles. One of the tire has been busted down. Killer is facing some difficulties while maneuvering this particular vehicle. The Mirado is just now not under the control of Killer, I guess, but he manages to find a safe haven in the name of this particular compound, but hasn't stopped. Okay, so the rotations, they do continue. CNE, they would be still looking for for that vehicle. As soon as he decides to go in that vehicle and gets for the goes for that rotation, CNE are just going to spray the hell out of him. EX है कि नहीं? संतोष अधिकारी इस गेम के अंदर EX नहीं है. I guess next गेम के अंदर EX हमें join करेगी. Not sure about that as well. But meanwhile, CNE, they are still taking those mini 14 shots onto the players of Team INES. I don't think so those shots would even be reaching the players of Team INES. Sallu IT and doing the as the name suggests inside that vehicle. Will he be able to just run over some people or not is going to be the question from this particular player if he was in India. But right now, just in this area map of Miramar, just in that vehicle, making it safe, completely safe, and not letting any other players, any other team just spot it out and just take do some damage onto this particular vehicle. Sallu just parks his vehicle right in front of the players of his teammates. Basically, Newt, he has at M4 and 3x, just trying to make sure that the players of Team A1 Esports 1952 are not able to peek any kind of angle and get that knockout to the player of Team INES. And he does a good job as well. And instantly, as soon as the play zone forms and they realize that the play zone is not in their favor, they decide to just rotate off from that a particular region. Meanwhile, Sandesh gets taken down by the players of Team CNE. He is, I guess, ready, that he knows that his kill is just going to get confirmed. There is no way safe. There is no way out for him to just get away from this area, because Killer, he is just very much far away from his teammates. So the possibility of revival is next to negligible. Meanwhile, A1 Esports Choicot, he is still holding that compound, finally goes into that vehicle because the play zone it has shifted all the way towards that northern part of the map. So it is going to be pretty interesting for the players and teams to see how do they try to rotate inside the play zone. Zeus, meanwhile, Leos has been taken down. The revival onto Godless, Albi, and Zol. Any of the player can go for that revival onto Leos. The door has been open and the revival inside the compound is just going to get facilitated by Abili over in this particular area. Zeol, he is trying to, okay, not Zeol, but I guess Godless is the person who was trying to take those M24 shots. But meanwhile, ST Flex Ablisha, he gets a knock onto the player of Team FSGSM. Machine has also been spotted down. The shots are coming in, but the head is not being able to find right now. Zeus, Godless, they are still very much in the game in this area of water treatment. Godless, he has spotted some of the players of Team A1 Esports 1952 down, but the shots are coming in. Those shots from Abili, they won't be able to do any kind of damage onto either the vehicle or the player of Team A1 Esports 1952. This northern play zone, it is going to draw a lot of rotations. CNE, Entry, XD, all of these players, they do have to rotate inside the play zone, and it is not going to be easy at all. Meanwhile, ST Flex are also taking somewhat shots onto the players of Team A1 Esports' vehicle, I guess. Trinda, he has been subjected to some shots on him as well, and the players of Team A1 Esports, they are not afraid to peek those angles quite early. Nightwing, meanwhile, gets a knock onto Blaze. So Venom Legends also joining that fight pretty brilliantly. They get a knock, and let's see how the players of Team Venom Legends, they continue this particular fight. Trinda, he has been spotted by Steel Shot as well. The tap shots were coming in. Alicia, now that player is going to get tapped in the head, at least being tried as well. Venom Steel Shot just trying to head tap that player over there and get a knock onto that guy, hasn't been able to do so. Meanwhile, Magnet, he managed to get a knock onto the player of CNE, but Snipe uses his vehicle quite brilliantly and gets that kill confirmation for his team as well. Meanwhile, Entry gets taken down by the player of Team CNE, and A1 Esports Sharox is the last guy remaining, who indeed has been sprayed upon by the remaining players of Team CNE, completely out of this game. So CNE, they managed to make their way inside the play zone by eliminating a team that was already present in. So a good strategy to rotate inside the play zone, definitely just eliminate the team that is already in. But meanwhile, INES, they are also in a bit of a troublesome situation. Newt, he is all outside the play zone, he is just bleeding out from this area. Gajor, meanwhile, he has those 3 first aids and has the vehicle to rotate inside the play zone, but is he going to take the race? Because with these 5 first aids, he does have those 30 seconds just to waste out and secure those crucial placement points for his team. But right now, there are no two teams that are looking or engaging in a particular fight. The random shots are coming in from random directions. But as I say that, Leos gets taken down. The player of Zeus has been taken down on ground, and the kill will also get confirmed. So surprisingly, there was no cover fire present for the players of for that particular player, Leos over there. And the player of Team Zeus, they have now lost a particular player. They also do have to move inside the play zone as well, so adding insult to injury. But meanwhile, Zeol, he might just spot down Gorax. If he would have looked a little bit longer, there might just have been a fight between the two. But that fight, it hasn't started as of now. Zeol trying to use his buggy to move inside the play zone, but he is moving towards a well that is being captured on the one side by the players of ST Flex, and the hill on top of them has been taken down by FSGSM. So this is going to be a very troublesome situation for the players of Team Zeus. As soon as they realize they are just going to be in a position from where they cannot fall back. Meanwhile, Kajor, he gets completely taken down by Zeus's Zeol, and Zeus, they are still very much in the game. Zeus Esports just still trying their level best to be for as long as possible. Meanwhile, PD Sen, the player of Team Venom Legends, he is trying to take some shots onto the players of Team GRX HV. Havoc going for those stab shots, has been able to get a knock. 6-9 boys also pretty low. The kill on the record might just get confirmed anytime soon. And as soon as I say that, the kill gets confirmed. CNE, they have also lost a player. The snipe, he manages to get a knock onto Venom steel shot, and I think just like that, the players of Team Venom, they have been on the verge of getting eliminated, but not eliminated. Nightwing trying to take those shots over there. He confirms a kill onto Manish. So down to with the 17, the fights now will start to just grow day by day, time by time. The mini 14 tap shots onto Void are also coming in, but Void, he retaliates back with that M4, and Nightwing helping him do so. And CNE Prabeen in the process gets taken down. So CNE, after all, not safe at all. Evil Eye, he is taking some shots over there, gets a knock onto Blade. The knock is good, but the player of Team ST, he is present over there to go for that revival. Albisha, he can go for that revival using those smokes to his advantage. Machine meanwhile confirms that kill onto Zeus's ability. So Zeus getting handicapped one by one after the other. Their players are getting taken down, and with that, I guess the players of Team Zeus has been eliminated because Zeol was the last guy remaining, and he has been taken down by the player of Team FSGSM. Meanwhile, CNE, they are getting pushed yet again by the players of Team Venom, and then the reload comes in, but Prabeen has not been able to make the most out of it. The nade from Snipe might just come in, but Alishba, he gets a knock onto Prabin. The nades are also coming in. Machine manages to get another knock as well. And kill has also been confirmed by Snipe this time. Sensei gets completely taken down. Snipe gets another knock. Venom Legends down a single guy. Void is the last guy remaining. He is trying to spray and pray and has managed to do a lot of damage onto Snipe, but the kill hasn't been confirmed as of now. And Void, he is not sure who has he damaged, the player that had been knocked or the fresh player standing. FSGSM, they are successfully trying to move inside the play zone, and they will be able to do as well because Inta gets taken down, and the kill will get confirmed as well. But the repeat coming in from Blade, that wasn't expected at all by the players of Team FSGSM, and that is what hurt them in the back. ST Flex, they somehow still are in this particular game, and now converting this into a 3v1v1. CNE, A1 Esports and ST, these are the last three teams, ladies and gentlemen, just surviving, just trying to get that chicken dinner. We do have Snipe from Team CNE, and he is the sole player standing with the 10 kills. He is still trying to go for that chicken for his team. Does have to move 60 odd meters, 50 odd meters inside the play zone, near about 51 I must say. And Dante, he has the luxury of the play zone. He has the luxury of each and everything, just a loot crate, and that SLR is just going to be switched out to an AKM, I guess, or a barrel, or any AR that he can find except that SLR, and he might just be a very much good contender for that chicken dinner. All the things that matter for the players of Team ST is the trade game. If he is able to get that kill, if the player of Team ST, they manage to get that trade instantly onto some player, that is going to be well and good. But if they get timed upon, Dante and that player of Team CNE Snipe, they peak at the same time, ST are going to be in deep trouble. The three players of Team ST, they are trying to make a move for it. Snipe also goes to do for the same. He knows that he has to move 40 meters, and he is all alone. And the players of Team ST, they do have the confidence of for them all to themselves right now. Johnny, he is the person who is leading charge for his team, but Snipe, will he be able to move inside the play zone? Johnny, he gets spotted down. The sprays are coming in from Dante. The damage has been dealt onto Johnny, but the knock hasn't been able to achieve. Snipe, he is going for that heal battle, but if he moves one step forward, Snipe is just going to get the better of him and get that knock. And if Dante on the same time gets another onto the player of Team ST, that 1v1 is going to be pretty darn interesting. But right now Snipe, he is still going for that heal battle. This guy, he is still healing himself up and fought down Alchiba gets taken down just before going, might just take down Johnny, but Johnny manages to survive somehow. Dante, he is just the last guy remaining. He knows that one of the player of Team ST has been taken down, so he just have to deal with the last two remaining players. Spots down Blade flanking him, but the right hand side is getting exposed as soon as he moves there, and he gets indeed taken down by the guy who he had damaged quite a bit. Johnny coming up with the final kill for the players of Team ST. Flex and get that winner chicken dinner for themselves. A 9-kill chicken dinner for ST Flex. That is of the time, I must say, because they played one hell of a game on this map of Miramar. Second position we have from the players of Team A1 Esports with those 3 kills to their name. Third position CNE with 10 kills. The only team to reach a double-digit kills is going to be the team CNE, and rest of the standings, they are right in front of you guys. So yeah, this was the second game of the day. I hope you did enjoy, and if you did, do not forget to hit that like button. We are with 47 likes, cruising quite good with 50 likes. The first game is going to be of 50 likes, so I hope so you guys will do it as soon as possible. But yeah guys, this was it for now. We'll take a short break and be right back.
Too many times, feeling like it never ends. Back again, square one. Tried to leave myself behind, looking for a better place, not to stay alone. Gain my trust and you chose to break it. Ask for truth but you only fake it. Thought you said what we had was sacred. It's all lies, all lies. I was broken and isolated, but inside held the fire waiting. Not a word that you say can save us, so don't try, 'cause this time you crossed the line. Turned. Didn't think I'd go this far, but here we are, the end. Now you're just a lesson learned, a slowly fading memory, so I can breathe again. Gain my trust and you chose to break it. Ask for truth but you only fake it. Thought you said what we had was sacred. It's all lies, all lies. I was broken and isolated, but inside held the fire waiting. Not a word that you say can save us, so don't try, 'cause this time you crossed the line. was sacred. It's all lies, all lies. I was broken and isolated, but inside held the fire waiting. Not a word that you say can save this, so don't try. 'Cause this time you crossed the line.
It's all lies, all lies. I was broken and isolated.
but you only fake it. Thought you said what we had was sacred. It's all lies, all lies. I was broken and isolated, but inside held the fire waiting. Not a word that you say can save us, so don't try. 'Cause this time you crossed the line. Tables turned. Didn't think I'd go this far, but here we are, the end. Now you're just a lesson learned, a slowly fading memory, so I can breathe again. Gain our trust and you chose to break it. Ask for truth, but you only fake it. Thought you said what we had was sacred. It's all lies, all lies. I was broken and isolated, but inside held the fire waiting. Not a word that you say can save us, so don't try. 'Cause this time you crossed the line. This time you crossed the line.
Alright, so welcome back guys to the third game of the day, and we are back with the map of Sandhawk, a short and sweet map, a 4x4 kilometer map, but you can never count it out. This is a very good map to play upon. The gun skills, the close range battles, all of these things, they hugely matter in this particular one, and the game has already begun. Talking about the plane part doesn't matter a lot. You can go from anywhere to anywhere, but right now the plane path, it has started from that region of Camp Bravo and is headed towards Camp Alpha, so a little bit of another plane path won't matter a lot right now. So let's see how does this particular game turn around and where does this particular game go. The teams, they are slowly and steadily dropping in. We just might not see huge composition, huge teams dropping in that area of boot camp, as it is famous for only the team from team for FSGSM. It is going to be a very easy route all to themselves, that as well. But meanwhile, the area of Paradise Resort, well, this area is going to be just conquered by two different teams, the players of XB and the players of team F4. Both of the teams have dropped in the similar location and are looting for themselves right now. And let's see when does the fight start, because this region of Paradise, this is an area where you do have to have quite a bit of knowledge of the regions. There is a lot of verticality. There are a lot of players and teams that can be seen in different I guess I must say floors or something like that, because there are a lot of ledges where the players can stand, and those are some unexpected angles that you need to know if you are dropping in this area of Paradise. And the fight has already begun. Dominic manages to get a knock onto Zayd. The knock comes in handy, and Dominic just trying to push in, just trying to go for that pre-fire, but has been pinned down by Alpha Rahman. And the sprays are continuously being sprayed upon. The sprays are continuously coming in from Dominic. Leo, he is also being spotted, I guess, by Rahman, but the pre-fires, they work goes in. Sedan, he will get that revival, and that is going to be a reset for the players of team F4 XB. They did get that knock. They do have their hopes high, but now they don't have to lose composure. They still have to check each and every corner very much precisely and take down Rahman at first. That should be the first step for the players of team F4, for the players of team XB to move in. But XB, Dominic takes a chunk of damage on himself, because of which he has to heal. He might just have got taken down by Rahman. Rahman coming in quite good with that spray, and instantly the calls are quite clear. It seems like for the players of Team F4, they do know when to push, they do know when to withdraw fire, when to withdraw their position, and let's see how the players of Team F4 take advantage from this particular thing. The players of Team XB, Dominic and Leo, both of the players are very much in the area, and this is the thing that I was talking about. This is not a particular area. This is a ledge on which this guy is standing, and he might just be able to take down Dominic completely, catch Dominic off guard, and Dominic will not even expect this player. Literally, this is what I was talking about. Rahman gets a knock onto Dominic. Dominic might just be able to get confirmed as well if Rahman would have wanted that over there. But the players of Team F4, they are going to follow through that knock. Dominic, he indeed is just going to get finished off, because Ryan, he has been able to fall back. He manages to get a chunk of damage onto Grape, not enough to knock him down. Zedan also trying to push in. Zedan has been punished a lot as well. Leo on the other hand trying to provide that cover fire, has been damaged as well. So F4, they are making sure that the opponent player Dominic, who had been taken down, does not get that successful revival. Leo trying to move away from that position, trying to go for that revival, and he will be able to do so as well. But Ryan on the other hand gets taken down by A1 Esports 1952's players, although Leo still sticking that revival over there. Quite bold of him to do so, and Dominic successfully gets that revival, but Leo in turn gets taken down. Entry being the person who gets that knock on to Leo. Leo trying to get to safety and might just be able to. Dominic, the revival might just come into play onto Leo, and the players of Team A1 1952 might just be bumping in towards the players of Team F4 unknowingly. This might be a fight that the players of Team A1 1952 might not be expecting that they have to deal with now. For the players of Team XB, they are going to be on the crosses of the players of Team A1 Esports first. Leo, he is still surviving on that 1 HP, but finally gets taken down by SCRIMS. SCRIMS finally confirming that kill, and the whole squad of Team A1 Esports 1952 will get those kills for themselves. But meanwhile, Tawfiq gets taken down by F4 Khan. F4 coming into play, but the smokes are being put down instantly. Entry, he knows the importance of his teammate, and the revival might just come into play from SCRIMS. A1 Esports 1952 Magnet, he does have a good position, but as I say that, Grape in turn takes him down, and A1 Esports on the brink of a collapse. F4, they might just now try to push in towards the players of Team A1 Esports, which is not looking alike. Grape is the only person who is looking a little bit aggressive, who wants to go for that particular push. Rahman now complimenting his teammate. Grape finally going out for that flank. He knows that all the angles that the players of Team A1 Esports might just expect this push are already smoked out, so that flank might just do well and good for them. Grape, he is ready for SCRIMS over here. So Grape, he has to be the person who gets that now, because the revivals have been able to come in for the players of Team A1 Esports. Tawfiq, he has been successfully been revived. He has been spotted down by Grape as well. So a bit of spray, a bit of tap onto Tawfiq might just take him completely down. SCRIMS, he spots down Grape over there. The shots are being taken, but the shots are not enough. Seal ankle meanwhile gets completely confirmed by Badre. So a kill getting confirmed for the players of Team FSGSM. But meanwhile, look at the map that is being covered by the players of Team A1 Esports. They have covered each and every possible angle. Zedan just covering for his teammate as soon as they are deciding to fall back right now, I guess. I think that might just be the right call. But meanwhile, Entry, he manages to get a knock onto F4 Zedan. Grape, he is in a very awkward position. It is a position from where you cannot fall back successfully without taking any kind of damage. Tawfiq, meanwhile, he gets a chunk of damage on himself, but he still survives. Baron, meanwhile, he also gets completely eliminated. SCRIMS, he is trying to take some, he is trying to go for that rotation, and the cover from Entry was just too OP. You should have seen Entry. He just dealt huge damage onto Grape and basically made him unavailable for that particular fight. F4 Khan trying to cover for his teammate, but it is a little bit late right now for him. And now F4, they should just save their lives and run from this area. They don't get any number of kills, they don't get any number of points, and getting eliminated in 15th position, I guess, is just going to fetch you one particular point, and that is not what you would like. But meanwhile, FSGSM, they completely seal off the deal with the players of Team Seal, completely eliminating them and sending them home packing. And we will be seeing the players of Team Seal in the 4th game of the day, that most probably is going to be the map of Erangel. So down to the 14 teams, 2 of the teams have been completely eliminated, and many have suffered some casualties or the other. But the play zone, the thing that we have to talk about as well, it has gone all the way towards that eastern side. So this play zone, it is going to be pretty interesting to watch. And let's see how do the teams and how do the players they try to rotate inside the play zone. Sharp Magnet, he manages to get a knock onto Khan, barely manages to survive with his life, and the trade is not present. So F4 down to just one guy remaining. Rahman, I don't think so. He has a lot to do. He definitely falls down two of the pair, takes down one, but the second hasn't been taken down, and the vector is good enough for entry to confirm that kill. And with that, the players of team F4 have also been completely eliminated. So A1 Esports looted the nearby vicinity, the area of in that area of Paradise Resort, came into the compound, eliminated the squad of team F4, and one more team was basically a trio, but the 7 kills have been achieved by the players of team A1 Esports. And with still 46 players alive, if this team heads towards the chicken dinner, it might as well be a huge kill oriented chicken dinner with either 20 kills if possible. For sure, I would love to see a chicken dinner like that. Alright, so alas, the fight has ended, but still the action is yet to continue. This was the only first play zone. Let's just look at the teams that have already been eliminated. F4, the players of team Seal, and XB just surviving with one guy remaining, that is going to be a Gyrox. So not a lot of things for the players of team XB to do. Gyrox, he is AFK, so anytime soon the players of team XB might also just get eliminated. So yeah, XB, 3 games have been a roller coaster ride for them. One of the games, I guess, they ended in the top 5 position, but the next they just end up almost as last, and the third game is also not very good for them. So XB, they do have a lot of homework to do, they do have a lot of work to do all for themselves. But meanwhile ST, the players of STE Flex still rotating near that region of Query, trying to be inside the play zone for as long as possible. But INES is clutch, they do have a challenge for themselves. The vehicles of the players of team T2K have been spotted down, the sprays are getting taken over there, and Radiator once again being the person who falls, blah blah blah, trying to cover for his teammate, but the Grow side out. Clutch trying to go for that spray, but the cover fire from Gajor is also pretty good. Gajor gets taken down by T2K Jane, and the sprays are still continuing in, blah blah blah. He is trying to get that knock on to Clutch, and he for surely will do as well. The cover fire from the players of team T2K is pretty good, blah blah blah. He manages to make it a 2v2, a fair fight for the players of team T2K, and Sallu IT has been damaged a lot, blah blah blah. He is coming up, Clutch gets another knock. INES just reduced to 2 players, but Sarga gets completely taken down. Another setback for the players of team for the players of team T2K, but INES, Newt is the last guy remaining, and T2K, I don't have words to just tell you guys how have they recovered. That was something, this insane shooting, insane teamwork just right over there. The 2 knocks coming into play, the delayed push from the players of team INES is all that made it happen. FSGSM Evil takes down Zeus's Zeol over there, but T2K blah 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 just confirming the kills. Gajor has been able to get that revival, so a 3v2 is still a bit of chance for the players of team INES to be in the game. Blah blah blah, meanwhile he is still just prowling down in this area, smoking out one of the angles that he has to worry about, so that first of all he can loot and then take down the players of team INES as well. Newt, he gets spotted down by blah blah blah, but Newt has also spotted down blah 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 as well, and that peak, oh my god, lightning reflexes coming in from blah 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 over there, gets a knock onto Newt. The kill will also get flashed off as well, and Gajor is the last guy remaining. He's just going to get pushed from 3 different angles, but blah blah blah. What a player, what a pixel peak over there, and he gets the job done for his team. Not completely, but now Gajor is the last guy remaining. Blah blah blah, takes down a bit of damage on himself. Gajor trying to push in over there. He has that Uzi for himself, but the push, it might just get completely shut down. Blah blah blah, with that drop shot using that vector, he gets completely obliterated, and the players of T2K, they pull off a magical comeback from that particular location. 2 of the players, they were drivers. 2 of the players, they were riders who could not shoot because they were not able to see the location of the players of that opponent team. But they somehow managed to come back in the fight and get out of there with killing all the 4 of them. Just a single guy got eliminated on the side of the players of team T2K, and this has been the story all along. T2K, most of the games they are playing with just 3 players, either because one of the players did not turn up in the game, or one of them gets completely eliminated in the very early stages of the game as well. Meanwhile, FSGSM, the prolonged fight between the 2 teams is still very much going on. Zeus's Zeol has been completely taken down. Leo's is pretty low. Godless goes down as well. Not a good game. Not a good game for the players of Team Zeus, because Zeus now for going for that revival is going to be pretty difficult for them. Godless is not in a good position to get that revival. It is going to be all open. But meanwhile, Venom Steel Shot comes up with an 8, gets a knock onto the player of T2K. But T2K, they know how to get those fights in their favor. Let's see, will they be able to? They do not, I guess. Rated Sir gets completely taken down. T2K blah 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 has also been taken down, and it is all down to James. Manages to get a knock onto Steel Shot. Nightwing, he is also being spotted. He has also been spotted down. The shots are still being taken down, but Jane hasn't been spotted as of now. But finally, Venom Void comes into play, spots him down, and completely eliminates the squad of T2K. Caught off by surprise. The players of T2K gets completely eliminated by the players of Team Venom Legends. A 3v4 fight, an easy fight, and they just ended up winning it. R3D, they are in that fight with the players of Team A1 Esports 19-32. Choicot all out, Sharpex all out in the open, trying to take those shots over there, but Shaw missing the mark over there, missing most of his shots. And now Edgar and Shaw, both of the players, they might just get shot in the back, and they definitely do. But meanwhile, the players of Team Zeus, they, I guess, have been eliminated, and my guess is wrong right now, because 2 of their guys are still surviving. Godless, surprisingly, he has been somehow revived, and now Abily and Godless, these are the 2 players who are still very much in the game. The players of Zeus, they are still trying to be in the game for as long as possible. R3D Edgar gets taken down. Shaw not left with a lot of HP to work with, and finally the jump shot from entry deals a lot of damage and completely eliminates that particular team. And with that, the players of R3D, the shaky run for them is still continuing. Zeus Abily, he is still holding that rock for as long as possible. Meanwhile, FSG Sambadre gets a knockout to Zeus. Godless, FSG Sambadre, he gets taken down by Zeus's Abily, and Abily confirms that kill for his team as well. Still a very much doable situation, but the players of Team 7C, they are also available for that third party. Abily, he is also in a very difficult position, in a very difficult scenario. 7C Memo, he is just pushing in onto Abily over there. Abily does a lot of damage onto Memo, and Memo gets taken down, but the trade is present. The trade is good. 7C, they will be able to convert that person into a 1 walking kill, but the job is far from done. The job is still left. There are still 8 teams that are against the players that are against there are still 8 teams that are still very much present in the game. S9 Spooky trying to spot any of the players of Team 7C if he can, and spot down ROG. The spray is good, the spray is brilliant. I must rephrase, almost takes down ROG, and on the other hand, Memo is also pretty low on HP, so ROG not getting knocked over there is a win situation for the players of Team 7C, because the players of FSGSM might just be all upon them anytime soon. So this is going to be a pretty difficult scenario for the players of Team 7C. Z-Sense boosting him up. He knows that there is a fight that is going to come in pretty soon, and he has to be ready for it. 7C Evil Eye, he is a bit aggressive. He knows the exact location of the players of Team 7C just because of those footsteps over there. But meanwhile, A1 Esports, they come in for that third party. The backstab has been achieved. The attention has been divided from that fight against the players of Team 7C. FSGSM, now they do have to just hold back their areas, but they are just getting sandwiched in this particular region. But Rave has already been confirmed, and now it is all down to Machine over there to go for those revivals. Evil Eye somehow manages to fall back, but he will get taken down by A1 Esports' Magnet. And now just 2 of the players of Team FSGSM remaining. Kapsi, he has managed to apply that first aid kit, but Machine on the other hand, not looking in a very good situation, not looking in a very good position, has to heal himself up before taking any kinds of fight. 7C, they have also started rotating. They have found a good compound all for themselves inside the next play zone as well, so they are going to be very much secure in this area. Meanwhile, CNE, Jiggle, he gets spotted down, but Inky manages to get a knock onto Praveen, who was just behind him. So Praveen is trying to lurk his head out, just trying to peek the opponents over there, trying to get that knock over there. Praveen is just still holding his angle. Manish gets another knock over there for his team. So the counter is good. The counter is well and good for his team to get that revival, and the vehicle is also just sitting behind over there. Snipe, he has that motorbike to work with and he can use it to move inside the play zone, but he has to do it pretty quickly because he is basically getting sprayed from 3 different directions. Manages to find some cover. The tree line is definitely providing huge cover for the players of team C and E to be in this area. 7C, Rig, Memo, Smokey, Z-Sense, all of the players are still very much in the game. ST Ali Shah gets a knock onto Prabin and the kill gets confirmed as well. ST Flex, they are not letting it out easy on the players of team C and E. They have to make a move to get inside the play zone, and that move is being gatekept by many different teams possible. So CNE, it is looking like a done and dusted game for the players of CNE. Not in a very good situation, not in a very good spot. Manish, he also gets played upon. Snipe trying to move inside the play zone using that bike over there. Although will be able to, but now will get pinned down by 3 different teams from up above. Seal 9 right inside ST Flex, and just right in front of them another player of team ST Flex. Blade is just going to keep them pinned for as long as possible. But the fight simultaneously will occur between the players of team S9 and the players of team ST Flex. The advantage might just get taken down by the player of team CNE if the players of team ST Flex get 1 or 2 knocks onto the players of team S9, because then the push might just get achieved. Jiggle manages to get a knock onto Flex UZM. Jiggle, he is not inside the play zone. 100 meters to move inside. Alisha has also been spotted down. Another knock coming in from Jiggle over there onto Alisha, and he knows this is going to be the 4th play zone. The damage is going to be pretty high, but is it going to be high enough for Jiggle to move inside the play zone? Because 80 meters, 16 seconds is the time that is going to be taken down if he has to move inside the play zone. He does have those 5 first aid kits to help him, to assist him to move inside the play zone, but the players of team S9, they are just going to watch him like a hawk. Just like that. As soon as he peaks, the sprays are going to come in. So the best chance that he has is to confirm those kills for his team. Jiggle manages to get that kill confirmation onto Alisha. Goes for that instant first aid. S9, they are still just pincering him down for as long as possible. Johnny has also been spotted. The spray is quite good from Jiggle, but he is just good for some damage onto Johnny. The knock hasn't been achieved as of now, and CNE, they should be well and ready to play just with the 2 remaining players. They do have the play zone all to themselves. They don't have to worry about it a lot. The players of ST Flex, they have to move inside the play zone, and the players of team ST, they are going to get pinned by the players of C and E. The nades are coming in handy. Snipe has taken a bit of damage, but still Jiggle is very much in the game. Meanwhile, DE Hungry Boxer gets a knock on to PD Sensei. GSM goes down. Kill has been confirmed onto Sensei over there. The first aids are still being available for Jiggle, and the players of team number 6, they still have not moved even an inch. They do have the play zone on the edge, just sitting on the edge of the play zone. Will be able to hold for a little bit longer. FSGSM, Kapsi is the last guy remaining, manages to get a knock on to Sharpex. Even esports, you have to move inside the play zone. 5th play zone is going to be pretty dangerous for you, and so is this guy who is just proning down in this area. He still has those 18 first aid kits, so he has nothing to worry about. He can just go on and on and on for that heal battle for as long as possible. 17 into 6, and you are going to have the number of seconds that he can just basically survive through this all play zone. Venom Void, he gets taken down by ST's Blade, and the kill might just get confirmed any time soon. There we go. Blade confirms that kill onto the player of team Venom Legend Nightwing. He also has to make a move to move inside the play zone, because his teammate also has been able to do so, but he still certainly has to move in as well. Kapchi, he is trying to move inside the play zone, but he is getting gatekept by Memo over the 90 seconds of time he has that he can just waste by basically applying those first aids all onto himself. But will these 90 seconds be enough? Will this 1 minute and 30 be enough for him to be able to get in the at least top 5 is what Kapchi might just be requiring right now. 7C Memo gets a knock onto the player of S9. Spooky gets taken down. Anka, he is still very much in the game, but the players of team Seal 9, they are going to be in a pretty dangerous position. Monkey, he is trying to go for that knockout that gets a lot of damage done on himself, but finally takes down Sense. Smokey, EV2 and Memo, these are the only 2 guys who are able to move inside the play zone. DE Hungry Boxer gets taken down by 7C. Rig completely eliminated out of the game. S9, they are also making a run for their lives. Manish meanwhile gets taken down. Snipe is pretty low on HP. C and E, they just made themselves one dimensional. They just watch a single angle, and that is because of which they have been punished now by the players of team STE Flex. They get the 2 kills onto the players of CNE, and with that the players of CNE, they have been completely eliminated as well. S9, they have been able to move inside the play zone. Inky manages to get a knock onto Blade as well. So ST Flex not completely, not holding the game for very long. Johnny gets a kill confirmation onto Monkey. Inky is also pretty low on HP, down to the last 3 players remaining. 2v2 fight is all that we are going to witness between the players of S9, Venom Legends and STE Flex. This is going to be a pretty interesting fight. Inky, Anka, both of the players, they do have the play zone to themselves. They are the only team who are inside the play zone, or just only the player that is inside the play zone, Anka, and his teammate has to still move inside the play zone. But STE Flex, you still cannot count them out. The fight between the players of team STE Flex and Venom Legends might just be a little bit, might just prove a little bit good for the players of team S9, but still STE Flex, you do have to keep an eye out for them, because they were the team that got that chicken dinner on the map of Miramar. This knock from Johnny, if it occurs onto Anka, is going to be pretty valuable for the players of team STE Flex. But now the play zone is going to force them out. Anka, he has been waiting for this opportunity, but he hasn't been able to get that knock. And Johnny, he manages to reach the play zone. This is what I was talking about. STE Flex, this team never dies. This team still has been able to get themselves inside the play zone yet again, against a hard peak from Anka. Anka misses his shot, and now it is all down upon Inky, who has those 30 seconds even with first hit. Spots down steel shot, the damage has been dealt, and the knock will also be achieved. But Inky, he is just going to get down because of the play zone. And Venom Legends, Nightwing is the last guy remaining. Nightwing, what can you do, my friend? A 1v2 situation for this player of team Venom Legends. STE Flex UZM, STE Flex Johnny, these are the two guys who are still surviving. A good nade from the players of Team ST, a good molotov from the player of Team ST, or just waiting the next 10 seconds out, because the play zone is not favoring the player of Team Venom Legends in this area. Johnny UZM, these are the two players who are just holding this angle for Nightwing. Nightwing, 15 first hits, near about 90 seconds again for this player. So 90 seconds, is it going to be interesting? UZM, he knows the exact location, but will he have enough health to just be himself over there? UZM checking the corners. Will he be able to take down Nightwing? Will the players of Team ST go outside the play zone to check for this guy? The play zone is still shrinking in. The first hits are still coming in for Venom Legends player Nightwing. 2v1 scenario. 60 more seconds with each first hit that goes in, but he messed up the last first hit that he was trying to apply, and Venom Legends, they get completely eliminated. And with that, a second continuous chicken dinner for the players of Team ST Flex. Not a huge kill, but with 6 kills is well and good for the players of Team STE Flex, and a second chicken dinner back to back. The points table is going to tell it all. Don't ask me where to see it, because I don't know it myself. But yeah, ST Flex with those 6 kills, they are on top in this game as well as they were in the previous one. Second position, Venom Legends, 4 kills to their name. Third position, S9 with 3 kills. Fourth position, we have the players from Team 7C with 4 kills. So these teams, they do have the position points, but they do still have to work on the number of kills that they get, because the 6 kill chicken dinner on a map like Sandhawk, I think, is a little bit underrated. So you still should get at least double-digit kills in the map of Sandhawk if you get the chicken dinner. But alas, nevertheless, you still have that chicken dinner with the 20 points in your back confirm, and the 6 kills as well, adding to the number of points that you get for achieving that chicken dinner. But yeah, guys, this was it for the second game of the day, third game of the day. Pardon me. We will be right back with the third game, with the fourth game of the day. So just bear with me through the break, and I'll just be right back.
Fallen one too many times, feeling like it never ends. Back again, square one. Tried to leave myself behind, looking for a better place, not to stay alone. Gain my trust and you chose to break it. Ask for truth but you only fake it. Thought you said what we had was sacred. It's all lies, all lies. I was broken and isolated, but inside held the fire waiting. Not a word that you say can save us, so don't try, 'cause this time you crossed the line. tables turned. Didn't think I'd go this far, but here we are, the end. Now you're just a lesson learned, a slowly fading memory, so I can breathe again. Gain our trust and you chose to break it. Ask for truth, but you only fake it. Thought you said what we had was sacred. It's all lies, all lies. I was broken and isolated, but inside held the fire waiting. Not a word that you say can save this, so don't cry, 'cause this time you crossed the line.
tables turned. Didn't think I'd go this far, but here we are,
the end. Now you're just a lesson learned, a slowly fading memory, so I can breathe again. Gain our trust and you chose to break it. Ask for truth but you only fake it. Thought you said what we had was sacred. It's all lies, all lies. I was broken and isolated, but inside held the fire waiting. Not a word that you say can save us, so don't try, 'cause this time you crossed the line. but you only fake it. Thought you said what we had was sacred. It's all lies, all lies. I was broken and isolated, but inside held the fire waiting. Not a word that you say can save us, so don't cry, 'cause this time you crossed the line.
Alright, so welcome back guys to the final game on stream of the day, and we are back with the map of Erangel. Talking about the plane path, the plane has started from that region of Novorep, so a good area coming in for the players that usually dropped in the areas like Novorep and military base. And we just 13 teams in this particular one. Not sure about the reason for that, but yeah, the teams have just joined in. And let's see how the players of team ST Flex try to just be in this area for as long as possible. Alishba just gliding down that, just trying to move towards that military base region, trying to fight it out against the players of team Seal yet again. And let's see, and this time which other team is going to win this particular 4v4 fight in this area of military base. So just dropping in right now, we do have Alishba right on our screens in that I just forgot what do we call this particular region, guys. Just tell me in the chat section, because I definitely have forgot what this area is called. But yeah, just all the four players, ST Flex versus the players of team Seal. This fight is yet again going to happen. Meanwhile, 7C is going to get challenged by the players of team Zeus as well. So Zeol just in this area, he has a shotgun, wants to utilize it, wants to push the players of team the players of team 7C. This fight hasn't been expected. In the last game, I guess the players of team 7C were not available for the very first game of the day, just because of which we did not see a fight in this area of Pochinki. And this time, the players of 7C, they are very much aware, they are very much in this game. So let's see, how do they try to make the most out of it. Rig is just proning it down. He knows that the players of team Zeus are quite nearby, and he has to be very careful about what he does. So yeah, right now the fights have begun somewhere else. The players of team A1 Esports, the two different lineups are just colliding in that region of farm, and A1 Esports is the team that has suffered a lot. Two of the players have been taken down by the players of team A1 Esports, 1952. Meanwhile, ST Flex Johnny gets completely eliminated as well. So ST Flex off to a very shaky start. Alishba also quite near to the players of team Seal right now. Seal trying to just seal the deal in this area of Sosnovka military base with just 13 teams. This should be an easy chicken dinner for the team that survives the last. The nade from Alishba did a lot of damage onto Zaki, but the knock hasn't been achieved. Zaki, he has the 20 bandages all available for himself to assist him in healing himself up and then continuing the fight. Particularly Zaki, he will be dropped a first aid by his teammate, and the first aid is just going to be pretty handy for him as well. Alishba just peeking that angle. Well, 7C Smokey gets a kill confirmation onto the player of team Zeus over there. Zeol gets completely taken down, but Alishba is getting pushed slowly and steadily by Volley over there. Volley, he has to be very careful about where he moves next, because Alishba, he's just going to have that distance advantage. Manages to get quite a bit of damage onto Zaki, but the knock hasn't been achieved as of now. Alishba getting flushed off by that position just because of that nade, but now the push from Alishba might just come into play. The pre-fires are coming in. The pre-fire is quite good, but Alishba getting naded again and again. The DPS is also over there, and the DPS, before it was able to do any kind of damage, Alishba will get taken down by the player of Team Seal, and the punches, they come up to confirm that kill onto this particular player. Use that and Blade in a 2v3 situation against the players of Team Seal. Effectively a 2v2, just because two of the players of Team Seal are nowhere near this particular area. So this is going to be effectively a 2v2 situation for both of the teams. Use at just trying to move in from the right inside. Volley, Zaki, both of the players are also available in that region, in that area. And let's see how do they try to make this game for in their particular favor. Flex use at him. He's holding his angle, spot down, sees Zaki. Zaki gets taken down by that M4 over there. The M4 finally prevailing in that scenario. Completely caught off guard the player of Team Seal. Volley trying to get that counter knock over there. Will not be able to do so because Flex, he was all ready for that fight. But meanwhile, use at him manages to punish the player who was trying to push and finish off his teammates over there. And now a 1v1 fight between the two. This is going to be a pretty interesting 1v1. Blade is caught all out in the open, and Seal Killer will make the most out of the situation and completely eliminate the whole squad of Team ST Flex. I guess the revenge has been taken in the first game. The players of Team ST Flex, they prevailed. They came upon top, but again, the map of Irangle, not the best one for them. Although on the verge of getting a hat-trick in the number of chicken dinner, they finally meet their fate in the name of Team Seal and go down to this particular team in a 3v4 scenario. So the 4 kills coming in for the players of Team Seal, quite brilliantly played, quite brilliantly worked upon, and they are very much worthy of these skills that they have. Meanwhile, Zeus, even though they lost Zeol in the process, have been able to eliminate the whole squad of Team 7C in this area of Pochinki. So sorry for not covering that particular fight. 2 fights at once, wasn't able to confirm both of them. But yeah, Zeus, they definitely got those 4 kills. Lost a player which could have been avoided, I guess. Leo's over there. But now Zeus, Abeli and Godless are the 3 players who are still very much in the game. Sahi ho. Sabin Kadka bhai, kis cheez ke liye sahi ho? So meanwhile, now the boring stages of the game have started. The play zone, it is just the first play zone, so the teams, the players won't take enough number of fights. There are just 33 players, there are just 9 teams that are surviving in this particular one. So CNE, yeah, they should be very much comfortable in this particular area. They should be very much comfortable in their positions right now. Jiggle, Praveen and Manish in this area of Water City, just trying to rotate inside the center area, the central position that they can take if they just go a little bit forward. Players of PN, they must have spotted down the players of Deadeyes guys. So Deadeyes guys, they have to be very careful about where they do move next. On top, sir, has already been taken down. Hungry Box, Shifu and Suyok. These are 3 of the players of Team Deadeyes who are still surviving, but Shifu sir, he goes in quite hard. Sansash has been taken down and Sandesh will be completely eliminated as well. Shifu sir trying to make the escape over there, will be able to do so by getting behind that tree. PN, they have lost that player, and that I guess is an unnecessary loss. The push comes in without any backup fire. I should say not required at all, but it did happen. The fight did happen, but now a long range one. But meanwhile, the players of CNE, they have been able to breach in towards the players of Team Zeus, but haven't been able to take any of the players down. But in turn, CNE are on a loss of 2 players. So Jiggle and Prabeen have been taken down. Manish and Snipe, these are the only 2 players who are still surviving in this particular area. The nades from the players of Team Zeus are also coming into play. Jiggle will slowly bleed out to his death over there. Hungry Boxer manages to get a knock onto PN. Awake over there. Jiggle, the kill has been confirmed. Abhishek kill has been also confirmed by the player of Team Deadeyes guys. So 1v1 fights given to the players of Team Deadeyes, and they particularly make the most out of it. Zeus, they get those 2 kills. Now are trying to rotate near the remaining players of Team CNE. A 3v2 fight, a numbers advantage, a positional advantage, not so sure. But the players of teams use, they know how to deal with these situations. They know how to get those kills in these particular situations, and let's see how do they perform in this area. T2K Frankie meanwhile gets a kill confirmation on 2D Hungry Box. So a Nepal versus Nepal fight as going on as well. For sure would transition to that as soon as this particular fight ends against the players of team C and E. For the players of teams use, the nades are coming in handy, but Manish, he is not in that area to get naded down. Manish, he finally goes towards that terrace, but is jiggling around that area basically to dodge any kinds of nade that come to his way. The smokes are also just going to get popped off by Manish over there directly onto the entrance, and the cover fire from behind from Snipe is also going to get achieved. Snipe cooking a nade, will try to assist Manish, just try to hold off that push, will call out that nade as well. Godless is going to be pretty darn happy, but he somehow survives that nade, but indeed gets taken down by Manish. The second nade might just be the charm. Zol has been spotted down. The nades are continuously flooding in. Happily he is also still holding that area. Manish trying to be the guy who just holds his angles, who just holds his position. The cover fire is quite good. Manish, he heals himself up, but now will he decide to drop down? Will he decide to go and push the remaining players of teams use is going to be the question. He just stands upon the terrace. Not sure about the reason he is trying to do. Flex F4 R3D Pakistan. Hamdan Khan, bro, I know that, and I for sure would show them as soon as they engage into that particular fight. But right now, CNE and Zeus, this is the fight that is happening right now. All of the area of the terrace has been smoked. So basically, no one can see nothing in this region right now. Zeus might want to take that FVP advantage, might want to take that fight to the players of Team CNE, because Snipe cannot give any kind of cover fire to his teammate. But Manish, he is not in an expected angle. He has been able to make an off angle out of this position as well. And the players of Team Zeus, they know that they cannot push that smoke very much right now. The players of Zeus, they finally go in. Manish has been spotted down by Zol. The knock comes in. The damage has been dealt by Snipe over there, but Godless is there to trade him out as well. Zeus, in a blink of an eye, they push and eliminate whole squad of Team CNE out of the game. Okay, so that was an intense fight indeed. Brilliantly coming up with the players of Team Zeus, but meanwhile T2K blah 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 confirming a kill onto Magnet yet again. But again, when we see Team T2K, they should name themselves T4K, because they never are able to play with all their 4 guys standing. At least most of the time it's rated so he gets taken down, but in the past few days it is Jane who has been taken down quite a bit. But meanwhile T2K Utsarga, he gets taken down by the player of Team Venom Legends. So a Mexican standoff being formed between the players of Team Even Esports 1952 Venom Legends and the players of T2K as well. So this is going to be a devastating fight for all of these teams. Frankie, he gets spotted down by Nightwing, getting flanked, not being aware of that as well. And the players of T2K go down one by one. Blah blah blah, being the last guy remaining, manages to get a knockout to Sensei. But I guess that should be the end of his run, and the players of Team Venom Legends to just swarm him out, just spray upon him, and on a particular single time the sprays are still continuing, and he is trying to confirm that kill very wholeheartedly. The vehicle blast might just do it, it doesn't, but and Sensei, he is just going to get that revival inside that particular smoke. Blah blah blah, still is trying to spray the players of Team Venom Legends out of their region. The sprays are still being continued, but they haven't been able to achieve anything right now. So let's see how does he want to continue this particular fight. Blah blah blah, he can go for the position points, he can just fall back from this particular region and be in that apartment area where the play zone is highly likely forming about. But all of the teams, they have come to the near proximity of each and every one. They do know, I guess they know that they can just end this particular fight very easily, very quickly as well, so that the 5th and the final game of the day can be started. But yeah, the players of Team Zeus right now, Zeus just trying to use that mini 14 to its advantage. Leos has been also taken down, but 8 kills to their name. 8 kills to the players of Team Zeus has also been achieved, so that shouldn't be a matter of concern right now. The number of kill points, chicken dinner is a thing that the players of Team Zeus need to work upon. and definitely let me know in the chat section, guys. For around 40 people are watching. Do let me know which team you guys are supporting, because that keeps those teams in the focus. As soon as I see any of the names in the kill feed, I instantly switch on to that team. If you say ki we support the players of teams use, we support the players of team Dead Eyes, so these teams, they definitely be in my mind, and I switch on to them as soon as possible. For now, Suyok sir, he is taking those DB28 shots onto PN Killer, but those shots haven't been connected as of now. So yeah, do let me know in the chat section which teams you guys are supporting. I see Ritik Bharadwaj supporting Godless, so I guess Zeus is the team that you are supporting, Ritik bhai. Sahil, Zeus OP, so Zeus is definitely OP, and let's see how do they continue their OPness. They managed to get a knock as well. That mini 14 from Zeol is dealing hell lot of damage onto the players of team Venom Legends. And with just 2 guys remaining, Nightwing and Void, the players of Team Venom Legends, they have to be very careful about their rotations, very careful about the way that they rotate, because they are just getting sprayed down from 2 different directions. The vehicle, it might just blast down and he might get taken down as well. Shifu sir was trying to take those shots, but Venom Nightwing, he comes up with that counter knock, and Shifu sir is on his ground, but Zeus Godless, he blasts the vehicle, confirms those kills, and all of the players of Team Zeus, they get those kills very easily onto the players of Team Venom Legends, and they get completely eliminated. EBEPCO, Zeus, okay, for sure, Zeus is one of my favorites as well personally. DEOP, Nurex supporting Dead Eyes guys as well, but Dead Eyes were in a bit of trouble last I saw, and I guess they have been eliminated as well. So Dead Eyes guys, they have been taken down of the game, not the best way possible, but they do have been eliminated. So yeah, Dead Eyes guys, Venom Legends was PN Killer Whitey was the player who got that final kill for his team. So yeah, Dead Eyes guys eliminated pretty early, not expected by me as well, but has happened right now. So the players, so just now Zeus, I guess only the players of team, only the supporters of Team Zeus are watching this particular stream and no one else. So I'll just keep the camera on Zeus and ignore each and every fight. Other than that, is that what you guys want me to do? If not, guys, let me know in the chat section. Yeah, don't let the chat be so dead. Just let me know which team you are supporting, which team you do want to get that chicken dinner. We do have some things that are being said in the chat section. EBEPCO coming up with Zeus, Nurek coming up with the Dead Eyes guys. So do let me know in the chat section as well. Let's see some supporters for the players of Team Seal 9 as well. This is also quite a good team that has been performing in the past. Hello Hari bhai, welcome to the stream, bro. Nurek, definitely this is the support that I am talking about. Even after the team has been eliminated, you support. Okay, Nurek, you shouldn't have retracted that message, because now I have said it on stream. But I like that when the supporters, they spam their team's name even after they get eliminated. This shows the positivity. This shows that the players of Team D, they do have huge number of fans all across Nepal. But right now, the player of S9 Ankha just trying to spot down the players of Team Zeus right now. Just shows Zeus, my guy. EBEPCO, definitely, bro. I'll just keep on switching on Zeus if none of the players, they do want any other team to be watched. Godless, he gets taken down by a DB28 spray by the players of Team A1 ESPORTS 1952. Entry, he has been damaged a lot over there, but the knock hasn't been achieved as of now. So A1 ESPORTS 1952, they are still very much safe. Down to the last 6 teams remaining. It is just the third play zone, so I guess the players of Team Zeus might just be able to convert this game for themselves, because they are in the good area for themselves as well. So meanwhile, Zeus, they can have that aerial view, they can have just that 360-degree angle onto each and every possible player, each and every possible team. In the pixels, we can see the players of Team PN still alive as well. So Killer Whitey, we still have that team as well. Troll Gaming M, Bongo Moe, not sure about what do you want to say. Why should I troll anyone, or is that a player's name? I'm completely unaware about that, my friend. Do let me know what do you want me to do, or what do you mean by this particular sentence. But the play zone, all right. This play zone is one hell of a nasty play zone, because just look at that. None of the teams, none of the players are inside the play zone. Each and every player that is playing this particular game has to move in, and this is going to be a pretty interesting play zone to see. But meanwhile, the players of Team Zeus, they have been successfully able to breach the compound that the players of Team A1 ESPORTS 1952 were occupying, and now one shot, he just has one shot on this particular game. The nades from Entry is quite good, takes down Zeol. but I believe he is still present in this area. Entry, he might just get counter knocked by I believe nade over there. The nade was good, but wasn't good enough to knock him down. The players of team 1952, they are very much on their feet right now. One shot gets another knock onto Ably's use. They are falling down one by one, and now one guy remaining for the players of teams use. It is going to be, I guess, Godless. That is the last guy remaining. He definitely is. He for surely is. He has that DP28 for now. Monkey. The shots are being taken down, but the damage hasn't been dealt. The knock hasn't been achieved, and his teammates, they are just crying for help. The last guy remaining for the players of Team Zeus is going to be Zeol, and Godless, I guess, should basically ignore him and try to move inside the play zone is what I think right now. So Zeol, he will get confirmed by entry. A good hold for the players of Team A1 Esports 1952, still maintaining themselves in the top 6 position. Godless gets spotted down by the players of Team S9 as well. So S9, they spot him down, take some shots, damage him, but still the kill has to be confirmed. 12 players are still remaining, 6 teams to go, and I guess the players of Team S9 are the only team basically which is alive with all of their 4 players standing. Seal, they do have those 4 kills to their name, so let's see how do the players of Team Seal perform in this particular area. It's our team. Alright, Bongo Mohin, but I don't think so that your team is playing in this particular scrims, if I'm not wrong. Or is Zeus your team? That is the only sense I can make. Okay, no, Zeus is not your team. I'm confused, Bongo bro. I just literally don't know what to say. How many matches remaining, dear Gastra? Ashok Sharma, there is one more match after this. I guess that is going to be the map of Miramar, I suppose. Not sure about the map, but there is one more match that I have been informed about. So yeah. A1 Esports, meanwhile, one shot, he has to move inside the play zone, has to leave entry behind for the same, and will try to achieve a good position just near that tree or near a particular ridge where the players of Team T2K might just be able to secure that kill onto the player of Team A1 Esports, blah blah blah. He spots him down, one shot, might just get eliminated, but the shots haven't been sprayed upon right now. The shots haven't been given over there. Entry goes down to the play zone, blah blah blah. The crosshairs of the players of basically each and every team right now, particularly Team Seal, is on to that single guy. The helmet has been blown off, and let's see how the players of Team Seal respond to this particular player. Zeus Godless still holding the flag for the players of Team Zeus, still surviving. S9 Spooky gets taken down by PN Killer, so Killer not still out of the game, and takes down S9 Monkey as well. So random shots coming in through the smoke, doing the damage onto the players of Team S9. Just a minute ago, not a second, but a minute ago, I was talking about the players of Team S9. All of the 4 guys remaining, the 2 of them have been taken down in an instant by this particular guy Killer, and he is very desperate to confirm those kills. The play zone is shifted towards most of the teams right now. Just one shot is the person who is not inside the play zone, so he will have to move in as well. But he has spotted down, blah blah blah. Hasn't taken those shots because he just wants to conceal his location. Bongo Mohin, A1 Esports. Alright. So you are supporting this particular player. One shot right now. Okay, I'll just keep an eye out for him as well. So yeah, right now one shot is proning down, trying to spot any of the players that he can. 15 meters to move inside the play zone. Killer, he has to be very careful because his helmet is just about to get popped out as soon as he repeats that particular angle. But S9, they do have the smokes to play with. They already have the play zone as well, but one shot meanwhile gets spotted down by PN Killer. The DP bursts are coming into play, but the damage hasn't been dealt as of now. T2K blah 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 manages to get a knock onto the player of Team Seal, and sees fit to rotate from this particular area at this particular time. But now the player of S9 Spooky gets spotted down, but Spooky, he gets taken down by the player of A1 Esports. One shot, he has one shot towards that fight, blah blah blah, out of the helmet. M4 versus M4, the fight is going to be pretty interesting, but one shot manages to get in time over there, completely eliminates him, but gets taken down by Seals Wally in turn. The counter knocks were good, the counter knocks were taken, and the kill has been confirmed as well. So down to the last 4 teams remaining with 9 players still alive. All the 4 players of Team S9 are very much in the game, but Zeus Godless, he has a godly position inside the play zone. None of the team is going to expect this position. So let's see how does Zeus's Godless play this particular game. Killer, he is just going to get converted into a kill by the players of Team Seal, if I'm not wrong. Zaki, he has spotted down Killer. The nade is getting cooked. This should be the final nade onto the coffin for Killer. Gets a bit delayed, I guess, just because not positioned perfectly. And now, yeah, Zaki, that nade inside. Oh, before that, Monkey will confirm that kill. So yeah, that kill will be confirmed by the player of Team Seal with the 5 kills. The players of Team Seal are also looking like a good contender for this chicken dinner. but the players of Team S9, they are going to be a matter of concern for them. A 4v3 fight is never in your favor, but you can still very much make it all for yourselves. Jonathan is a beast. Ashok Sharma, I 120% agree to that. Jonathan, next tournament, Mega Style by coming instant with that instant answer over there. But meanwhile, Zeus's Godless gets a knock onto Seal's Valley. Now we know. Now the players of Team Seal, they do know the players of Team is the exact location of this particular guy, and now he might just get pinched down. But Volley, he is in a particular area where he cannot get that easy revival because the players of Team S9 are also going to pinch him down. But the nature of the players of Team Seal might just seal the deal onto Godless. He is just a single guy remaining. He wants to take those kills. Volley, he is getting sprayed upon as well, but Killa is making sure that Godless is not able to confirm that kill for his team. Godless still holding his angle, still holding his position that he has, but now has to move 50 meters, 50 odd meters I should say, because this is looking like a done and dusted game for the players of Team Zeus. That and dusted game for the players of Team CL. This should be a very easy taking chicken dinner for the players of Team S9 in this particular game. The mini 14 shots are coming into play. Inky gets a knock on to Killa. The players of Team Zeus, the players of Team Seal are in deep trouble. Volley gets confirmed by Anka over there. The play zone has been achieved by the player of Team S9. Killa is on the ground as well. It is going to be two different players from two different teams surviving to go for that second position, because the chicken dinner is all but confirmed for the players of Team S9, for the players of Team Seal 9. So Seal, Killa gets confirmed. Zaki is still just surviving somehow, but in the next 20 seconds, Godless and Zaki, both of the players, they have to move inside the play zone. Talking about the first stage, Godless, he has those 3 first stages. Zaki, he has those 6 first stages and the medkit to work with. So a second likely position finish for Zaki is imminent right now. But let's see, will the players of Team S9 just push in onto the players of Team Seal? Zaki, but no, before that, Godless gets taken down, and Zaki now is the last guy remaining. A vehicle passed by for the players of Team S9. Spooky, he will definitely spot down Zaki, but I don't think so. Spooky might just want to go for that particular fight. Spooky is just making sure that Zaki is not inside this particular shack. Molotov, I guess the nade is being cooked by Zaki. For Zaki over there, the nade might just come in for Zaki. The nade goes in, but Zaki successfully dodges it as well. But finally will go down to the play zone. So a chicken dinner that we were talking about goes to the players of Team S9. 5 kill chicken dinner for them. Quite a good game for the players of Team Seal 9 in this particular one. 5 kills, not bad at all, but not good as well. As I always say, a chicken dinner should be accompanied with at least double-digit kills. 10 is the minimum number that you should achieve. But in a lobby of 43, 45, less than basically 50 players, 5 kills was more than enough as well. Second position, we do have the players of Team Seal with 5 kills. Third position, Zeus. They just obliterated everyone in the lobby with those 12 kills. If all of the 4 players of Team Zeus were remaining, I'd put all my money on the players of Team Zeus to get that chicken dinner. But Godless, outnumbered, outgunned. Third position is all that he was able to achieve for his team, and rest of the standings, they are right in front of you guys. So yeah, this was the 4th game of the day, and the 5th one is also on the line. So guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in a very short while with a very short break. Till then, hear the good music and I'll just be right back.
Fallen one too many times, feeling like it never ends. Back again, square one. Tried to leave myself behind, looking for a better place, not to stay alone. Gain our trust and you chose to break it. Ask for truth but you only fake it. Thought you said what we had was sacred. It's all lies, all lies. I was broken and isolated, but inside held the fire waiting. Not a word that you say can save this, so don't try, 'cause this time you crossed the line. Turned. Didn't think I'd go this far, but here we are, the end. Now you're just a lesson learned, a slowly fading memory, so I can breathe again. had was sacred. It's all lies, all lies. I was broken and isolated, but inside held the fire waiting. Not a word that you say can save it, so don't cry, 'cause this time you crossed the line.
what we had was sacred. It's all lies, all lies. I was broken
broken and isolated, but inside held the fire waiting. Not a word that you say can save us, so don't try. 'Cause this time you crossed the line.
Isolated, but inside held the fire waiting. Not a word that you say
not to stay alone. Gain our trust and you chose to break it. Ask for truth but you only fake it. Thought you said what we had was sacred. It's all lies, all lies. I was broken and isolated, but inside held the fire waiting. Not a word that you say can save us, so don't try, 'cause this time you crossed the line. Tables turned. Didn't think I'd go this far, but here we are, the end. Now you're just a lesson learned, a slowly fading memory, so I can breathe again. Gain our trust and you chose to break it. Ask for truth but you only fake it. Thought you said what we had was sacred. It's all lies, all lies. I was broken and isolated, but inside held the fire waiting. Not a word that you say can save us, so don't try, 'cause this time you crossed the line. This time you crossed the line. Back again, square one. Tried to leave myself behind, looking for a better place, not to stay alone. Gain our trust and you chose to break it. Ask for truth but you only fake it. Thought you said what we had was sacred. It's all lies, all lies. I was broken and isolated, but inside held the fire waiting. Not a word that you say can save us, so don't try, 'cause this time you crossed the line.
Alright, so welcome back guys to the final game of the day, and we are back with the map of Sanhok. Short and sweet map, and the game has already begun. So let's see how do the teams perform in the final game of the day. The plane has started from the region of